Oh, is it the mouth?
Nah. All right, can everybody hear me? Wise ass. You can probably hear both of us, I think. Say hello, T-Max.
Can you hear me? Is it working?
I can hear him. Hopefully you can. Just wait for the lovely delay. It's working, it's working. Okay. We can go back to doing nothing.
I'm ready for sleep. Food.
Yeah, Wendy, we switched over to VC. Watch used to take the little bottom corner pictures in Hangouts and then blow them up. It didn't work very well. How's everybody doing today? Why, Pammy? Is my mouse bothering you? Is that annoying? You don't like that?
I wonder if they can hear my new mouse click.
I can hear it. I can hear it. There's no delay that way? How is there no delay? Yeah, T-Max got a new mixer and mic setup. He's got basically the same setup we got in the office here at Watch's desk. How we doing, Miss Ice Rose? Miss Dolores, what'd you think of the menthol? It showed up to her in Canada. I don't remember if I told you, T-Max.
Yeah, I've seen that on Facebook.
Nah, and Watch isn't sick. He passed out in the middle of the afternoon and woke up when it was basically time to be here for the show. He said he's going to try and drop in from home if he can. He just has dogs and things. So here we are and there you are. We got nothing. Legend digging on the strawberry yogurt. I can't do the yogurt vapes, even ours.
It picked up in sales again.
Even something that's supposed to be a regular dairy flavor, like supposed to be a milk, I get sour milk. Take that and add the fact that it's supposed to be yogurt to it, and I get a really good flavor, and then I get smashed in the face with sour milk. Yeah, Miss Deli, that's about where we're at. We got nothing. Don't have anything new. Yeah, I don't know how the dairy works for everybody else, but like Nitro said when he first tried them out, the yogurt was too much, but then he turns it way up, and it basically turns into strawberry custard. I'm like, well, I don't vape high. I'll just vape the strawberry custard.
Yeah, I can't do donut flavors, but it's the best seller. I think I'm just hooked on custards.
A couple / one decent yogurt flavor.
Yeah, they're definitely the biggest sellers besides Rose.
I was on them for a while, and I've been on strawberry custard and vanilla mint candy, which coincidentally is what I'm vaping on. But I didn't ask. I'm just saying. Not lately, Wendy. You go into vape shops these days and they're trying to push you a sub tank and 150 watt mod, which I mean is good for future, because you send them out the door with an ego kit and they're going to be back in 2 weeks saying this isn't enough. Pretty much. There's not a lot of shops that are, focusing on like mouth to lung vapes for beginners, which they should be, because they need the tight draw. But people go in there and want to dump clouds. It's great for the shops because they sell more juice. Primitive, get back in your cell.
Did his order not ship?
Whose?
Primitives. Oh, that wasn't Primitive. That was, damn it. Who you messing with last week?
Oh, F-State.
That's who it was, F-State.
Yeah, we shipped his order. Charged you $120 for a $40 mod twice.
Yeah, I would definitely just cancel it. Keep the $40 mod.
How the hell? Yeah, just about everybody overpays at first, and then they figure out, like when they see a vape shop, they think it's almost like a local thing for the first time. They think, oh, I guess I gotta buy it here. They don't think of going online or shopping around. I mean, it's nice to support your local B&M, but if they're charging absurd prices, they don't deserve your business.
When I first got my ego, I walked into a shop, the guy was crowded. When it slowed down, I turned around and looked at the guy and I said, "Look, dude, I get these for about 20 bucks online. If you're looking to make a sale, I'll take one. If not, I'm going somewhere else." I got it for 20 bucks.
Yeah, because he probably got it for 8.
Yeah. I actually ended up with a spinner because he didn't have any regulars.
Oh, yeah?
Not in black.
That's a good price for 20 bucks then.
It was 3 years ago.
What are we giving away, Pammy? She's like, shit. Yeah, that sounds a little bit more like it, Miss Daly. Yeah, disturbed. Feel better soon. Yeah, it's nice having a shop to hang out. You don't want to just go there and never spend anything, but be there for hours on end. $30 and neither one of them works. That's a steal. Yeah, we got to drive like a half hour to get to the nearest vape shop, so it's not worth it. We did have one in town that T-Max had hung out at, and he ended up closing down because he wouldn't listen. What do you got, T-Max? Anything new coming?
Reading everybody else's posting there.
Yeah, we got a lot of shops out here in Raleigh, but down where me and T-Max live, there is nothing.
Gotta leave here at 6 o'clock. I don't want to go
Walmart's a 15-mile drive.
look at other people's $20 bottles of juice. I'll just drive home with one.
We're shooting for next week, but not making any promises because Watch isn't here. He likes to make promises like that. But we're shooting for next week. Really, Legend? I told you didn't have to do that. He posted up a picture of No Frills, and I made a joke that I didn't see a package of Jaffa cakes in the background. The one that Gwen goes nuts about. He's like, I'm not really into them. I was like, I wouldn't know. I haven't had them. He's like, I'll send you some. I was like, here, I don't like these. Try them. That's what you're saying? Because he doesn't like them that much. I mean, it's appreciated. I told you didn't have to.
Hey, Legend, you ever been to Yorkshire Vapes?
Cheech gets a don't care package.
I'm wondering how that strawberry donut holds up compared to ours.
Does it seem like a big thing over there?
Yeah, it seems to be.
Alright. Yeah, the internet just dropped.
Hey, really?
Yeah. Like, to the point where the icon showed on the computer.
And drop on mine.
You'll probably see lag in a second.
Third box.
Sorry about that, peoples. If you had an empty spot there. Not sure what that was about. Just watch, he's hacking from home. Trying to ruin the two-man show. It's already slow enough, 25 people watching. I do thank all the people that did show up, though. No, the internet's okay. It hasn't gone up yet. We did bump up our internet. It hasn't changed yet. Going from 60 down to 100 down and 6 up to 10 up. Mostly for the show. We got enough speed for surfing the internet and printing orders. Yeah, it's working. Yeah. Legend posted up on Facebook about complaining about cold callers from the electric company. I typed in a comment, "Hello, Mr. Wilkes? Do you have a moment to speak with us about your current e-liquid?" I'm calling representing T-Max's No Frills Mills by Vaping Watch. Do you have a few moments to speak about your current e-liquid provider? Yeah, Wendy, most of us try and be helpful. That's actually a call I would take. Yeah, but I think it would give it away when we called asking for Miss Ellie. Being that that's not your legal name. I'm assuming that's not the Wendy that I thought it was. That works, RS. I've got a couple of spare laptops I could fire up. One, there's nothing on them, and two, they'd have to be pretty good to stop me from being able to fix it. The government should set up an account with like 20 bucks in it. And put out a thing that says, yeah, you know, just use this account. Set this up on your computer. And that way when these scammers come out and try and grab something, they're messing with the government's money. Hook them up with some federal charges instead of just computer crimes. Yeah. I've got some spare laptops that I'd be willing to sacrifice.
Oh, for dark chat?
Google wasn't an acceptable browser.
There's dark chat. No problem. You tried that mental yet?
Yeah, she said it was working good. Just go easy on it. You'll find out real quick how potent it is. Yeah, the Vaping Underground live link goes to the white background, but if you actually put the dark in front of it, it'll goes to the gaming background. But vapingundergroundlive.com, anytime anything changes, whether it's technical issues like we're having now with the other channel, or if we decided to change over to a different provider completely for some reason, something better came along, just go to vapingundergroundlive.com and Joe and Tiger will have it set up to redirect to wherever we are. Disturbed, your best bet is Facebook. His email is a mess still. And just tell him that, you know, you disturbed Vapor from chat. Yeah, Hunter, that's borderline there. Why am I still hearing this music? I turned the crap off on the headphones. Alright, you guys hear music? Did I pipe it in wrong? Because of Watch's mixer crap? Okay, you hear music now? Okay, good. I was just turning it off in my ears. Because, well, it sucks. I don't know. Now it's too quiet. Can't decide. Oh, we're half an hour in and we're doing 4 giveaways. Make up my mind with what? The music? Oh, because when I turn off the music in my ears, I also turn off the microphone. So I don't know how loud I'm coming through. Yeah, this porridge is too hot, this porridge is too cold. That's what you're trying to say. Glad you like them, Legend. Bet you're kicking yourself for waiting so long to order. As everybody says, I don't know why I didn't order before. At least I could have tried a couple bottles. Did it pop up? Because I'm not seeing the winner. I spelled it right. Okay, yeah. I see nothing either. I'm gonna try it again before you go kick them. See what happens. Oh, Nightbot's not in the channel. Even Nightbot doesn't want to watch us. Some bitch. Is Nightbot in the room? Nightbot likes it rough. Into some kinky shit with Pammy. She's gonna go kick him in the balls.
Yeah, I need to build a dripper for some clockworks. It's been a while.
Yeah, Nightbot took sleeping pills so he could be rested for Mod Envy tomorrow. There's Nightbot. They actually caught up to the one that I did before. Is it going to catch up to the second one?
Oh, guess Wendy finally won.
There's Dolores again. She finally gets something, and she gets another damn win, and there she goes, piffing it again for us. We should just have Dolores pick the winners. Yeah, Vito, Dolores is in Canada. She can't really get juice. They let the flavoring go through because, well, it's not specifically tobacco product as far as Canada is concerned. So we sent her some menthol. She had won so many times and piffed so many times we didn't make her pay the additional shipping.
What was the giveaway for?
Little $10 code.
What's up, Shortcake?
When do you get $10 off a $12 order on our site? Which doesn't sound like much, but that's at least 230 mils for $2.
Or 120 for $2. Or 120 for $1.99.
Yeah, I think I have him set for where you can actually get a 120 for $1.99.
Doing all right, Shortcake. How's case? I don't think I've seen either one of you guys around in a while.
Nah, been a while. Everybody's hiding under their own rocks ever since the incident. It'll last at least a few months when I set up the codes. I usually put like 3 months on them. The Vapers TV stuff, Dolores. I now refer to that as the incident. The drama. Maybe all you got was a pebble. Yeah, Miss Ellie, I didn't pick sides on the whole thing. Everybody says, oh, he put her there on purpose to set all this up. Well, what happened wouldn't have happened if so many fucking people didn't take the bait. Far as I'm concerned, anyways. What's going on, Milo? Exactly, Shortcake. That's why you've been hiding under a rock. It's safer there. Yeah. It's all old news. I don't want a llama. They poop all over the place. Was that a llama farm or an alpaca farm? Exactly. I don't understand the purpose of farming either one of them, though. I mean, I don't see llama or alpaca meat in the supermarket. And I don't see llama milk in the dairy section. For fur? Ah, so it's like oversized sheep. More wool, less animals. Had to guard the sheep. You had a wolf out there. Coyote. Oh, airflow would help. That's what was wrong with this. Miss Deli needs the cock. I'll just let chat catch up on that one.
Mini donkeys.
For anyone thinking that was rude, that's the fighting cock liquor that she drinks. A 32-inch donkey. I already thought they were miniature. Hell. Well, I wish we had more entertainment lined up for you. I'm kind of letting chat run the show, so say something funny.
Yeah, I don't really dance. I'm more of a mosh guy. I like to punch a few people.
What's going on, Shadow?
What's up, Shadow?
I need to order some beef jerky.
Yeah, order some.
Yeah. Sure, you wouldn't mind. 4-day weekend, start making some beef jerky. If you love beef jerky, well, Shadow Diamond makes some beef jerky. Homemade.
Some pretty damn stellar beef jerky.
Haven't done that in months. Are you still equipped? Do you have the tools? You had to stop because of work? I know they didn't want you like selling it there technically. Packed away. This is bullshit. No juice for you. It's a funny thing, yeah, because T-Max just stopped making juice for people named Shadow Diamond. Because of work. I am.
hell did you do? Sell you dehydrators?
I know you were getting ready to move. You got shit packed up and you're 3 weeks out? Hell, I'm packing like 2 days before I move.
Where the hell's the bacon jerky option?
Did they do that?
I'm sure somebody does.
Yeah, she sold most of them because where she's moving to, she's not going to have the room for the layout for all of them. Hell, I'd have bought one if it came with the recipes.
My bot's not working again.
Really? Pammy broke it. We'll just blame her. She's like, if I don't have to make it for you, I'll give you the recipes. Yeah, but now I gotta go buy a new dehydrator because I'm not buying a used one from somebody else.
They're actually not too expensive.
I need the Turbo Dehydrator 9000. Do they have one? Because I don't want to wait like 8 hours. I want it in like a half an hour. $40? That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not bad.
Yeah, but then I'll have to go to the supermarket and deal with the locals to get meat. Yeah, 3 to 4.5. Like I said, I want it done in a half hour. So one of Cabela's, that's for like deer jerky then. That wasn't for beef jerky, that was for deer jerky. Yeah, I'm pretty sure an animal that's cooking. That's what would end up happening. Screw it, I'll make steak for dinner. I only have 5 pounds. I don't know if I would want layered trays though, because if you're making different recipes in one shot, all the shit from the top ones would be dripping down. Pam is going to give Nightbot another swift kick.
What's up, Joanne?
Father-daughter dance. Oh. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Shadow. You didn't mix. If you had like 7 racks, you wouldn't want to fill that giant thing up with one. gonna start a GoFundMe for Shadow's $300 dehydrator so she can make me beef jerky. See that? We got one. We got two. We got three counting me. Didn't even start it yet and we're raising money.
First run of jerky would be $1 a pound.
Yeah, right.
I got a C note on that.
At that rate, she'd be better off buying it herself. We picked up a couple people. Yeah, exactly, Hunter. The best price I've seen was like, I think it was like $16 for a pound on Amazon.
Hey, that's bulk purchases. How it works.
Going on, Sean? Yeah, it was $4 a pound before she cooked it or added her shit to it.
Yeah, I know.
That's not counting the electric and the seasonings, plus the time.
My roommate likes to unplug everything, so that's why I didn't get that.
It'd be halfway
If I
done.
spent money on a food dehydrator and he unplugged it on me, we'd both be homeless. How many rolls of toilet paper did you go through in an hour and a half? Just chuck it up in a drill and put it on low.
Alright, Disturbed. Get out of the room. Sneezes are contagious.
I think it starts at 8.
What's that?
Mod Envy.
Yeah. $8 on Saturday. I said get out of the room. You're contagious. I'm sneezing over here. Was you sneezing, right? Eastern. $8 Eastern. Right here in this channel. Before it leaves us again, quick. Well, Cheech, you don't have to stay. You don't have to be there. I guess we'll just switch them back and forth. We'll make this a 20 because I haven't mentioned what it was yet. 20 off of 24. Cheat, you don't want a gaming chair. They suck.
Yeah, I haven't found one that was worth the shit.
You got to spend like 3 times as much for one that's as comfortable as a regular office chair. I game all the time and I got a $100 chair at home. Yeah, Dolores Watch has been on the search for a good gaming chair, especially for one that's up to the task. And we haven't found one that was comfortable for Dalton, who weighs like 115 pounds. You got to drop like $500, $600, $700, $800 on a damn gaming chair. Get a nice office chair for $2. I don't know, Shadow. Destination XL. That all depends on how tall he is, MJ. Yeah, and you just put that in. I don't think he's tall, but I don't think he's short. Yeah, I had a Thomasville chair that I picked up on sale. And it was supposed to be like a $300 chair. It broke in like 3 months. Picked up a $100 chair at Walmart. It's lasted me a year and a half already. I fall asleep in it. That's how comfy it is. Damn air kicking on again. Did we poof?
No, it seems like it's working.
I'm not seeing that we poofed.
Hit refresh, it's working on our end.
Some bitch. All right, working. It's like a love seat with wheels. I actually did that, Hunter. It wasn't a love seat, but it was a cushioned chair. I flipped it over, ripped out the feet, and jammed in caster wheels. I'd actually use another one of those. Damn, Hunter, that's a tall chair. Unless you're really short. I don't know how tall you are. He puts the chair all the way up. He said he can swing his feet. That's not saying much if you're 5 foot. The boss passed out at some weird time, and I was texting him, seeing if he was coming in, and he didn't answer. And he finally answered at like 5:15. He was like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to make it there. He said he's going to try and pop in the chat and maybe join us in the show from home. And then he probably got lost in a game. Yeah, well, they messed him up last week. One of his medications, they magically just changed into where he needs prior authorization. He loves the insurance companies, by the way. So a medication that has to do with his heart, that he's been on for 12 years. They just, oh yeah, you're going to need to wait and see your doctor. He was out. That's why he ordered the prescription. And it took him days to get the faxes through and everything. What's going on, Grandpa? They actually switched to a different insurance company. Same problems. Well, I mean, he could have came in if he woke up earlier. He's not in that bad a shape, but it just messed up his already messed up sleeping habits, and he had just woken up. So he's not, he's feeling better, but the time was thrown off. Yeah, Wendy, it's like a regular occurrence with his prescriptions and stuff. He's always having trouble. I don't go to doctors, they'll kill you. I can't remember the last time I went to a doctor. It was while I was in North Carolina, so I know it was within the last 6 years for sure. Hey! Good evening and welcome there, Tim.
You signed in the wrong name.
You tried, VC? Yeah, well, I'm logged in as you. That's probably why you couldn't get me. I'm logged in as you, that's why. Because I didn't want to mess with your passwords and screw you up. Do you know your password? I can sign out and switch over to my username, I think. I guess if you can see me, you know your password. Unless you want to make a new VC account. Which only takes a minute. That's probably easier for you. Payme, I can't call him on VC right now because technically as far as VC is concerned, I am him. I'm making sure I don't mess up his stuff. Like for the shows when he's not here and I'm using his computer, I log in using my Google information on a different browser. Because he has trouble with passwords all the time. So I left the VC signed in as him. In case he didn't remember the password to switch it back. I don't even know. But you know your password, so I'm going to log out if I can. And then I'll log in as me. I don't know if I can or not. Not actually seeing it as an option. You have to uninstall it and reinstall it. Let me try calling you. Hang on. Payme said something about calling you. It says I can call you. It says you're offline under this account. You know the watch vapor password? Because this one I think is under vapor watch. What did it say on the top corner there? I can't read it from here. Did it say anything? No. That's straight to the camera. He knows his password. Yeah. Vapor Watch is the one logged in. Watch Vapor is the other account that he probably forgot the password to. Click the green. I'm not seeing that. Oh, hell. Yeah, I'm there. I'm looking at it, sir. I don't see a green button. That's where that same truck drives by here every Friday and honks the horn.
Yep.
He's honking at me. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm missing the show. If I click the XRS, I'll just hang up on T-Max. We need to both be logged in, and I'm logged in as him. I don't see a log out option. Pammy, which one did you say was online?
Looks like watch vapor, I'm guessing, because it's a red X or a red negative sign next to vapor watch.
Yeah. The one that's offline is
Watch vapor.
watch vapor. Logged in as vapor watch. Watch vapor is offline. So am I.
I was gonna say, why don't you give me your VC name and password?
Can you log out and figure out the other password, or log in as me? I don't see how to log out on the damn thing. I just build computers and install Windows. After that, third-party software and peripherals, other than games. A capital V. Okay. You know what? Here is what I see. A list of people's names. That's what I see. The red box. Yeah, that'd help, I guess, huh? You said green before. I was looking for green. I'm going to log out, which is going to hang up on T-Max. So here I am, alone. All by myself. It's all Watch's fault. He said green instead of red. Damn it, wrong button. Let's try this. All by myself. I got T-Max. I am now calling Vapor Watch, and he's probably logged in on the other account. Hey!
Hello? Hello?
There he is. Can you hear us?
I can hear.
Let me turn you down a hair.
I can turn me down.
I just did from BC.
Alright.
Let me switch.
How about if I turn myself back up?
Let me just switch over. I don't know what scene. I think it's scene 2. Then we got T-Max back in here. Let me just.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to line me up like normal because I'm on. Never mind, it's just different.
Move me over here. You over there. Well, the Vapor Watch is going to be behind it, but that's good enough.
What's happening, people? How he is?
That's close enough. Fuck it. There he is. Now he's going to come in next Friday. Who messed with my screens?
Why are you moving those down there? You're not going to be able to see the chat anymore.
I'm moving it for the chat.
Okay. Hey, Shadow, was that you that said that? Oh, Disturbed. Did you send me?
Your damn auto volume's going up and down.
I don't know how to change that.
In the audio settings. Like the setting
There
audio settings.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, you're stable now.
Alright, so Disturbed, you said you sent me a Facebook PM. Did you send me one or the company one? And can somebody put a link in for the dark chat, please? Yep, that behind me is Peanut. Yes, I was talking about you.
There's the dark chat.
My dog is adorable because he looks constantly confused. Thank you, Pammy. Now I have to mute that again.
The internet keeps dropping on this computer for some reason.
On my computer?
Yeah.
It's never done that.
I mean, it's only done it like twice, but it's to the point where the exclamation mark pops up in the network connections.
I got it, Disturbed.
Stop breathing. No, stop breaking shit. Watches monitors suck, by the way. I can't read very well on this computer. Nah, it ain't me.
And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if I have to type, you guys are going to hear the clicking because I have a completely mechanical keyboard.
Yeah.
I have a gaming rig, and it's entirely mechanical. So it's very, very clicky.
Click away. To the point where his wife complains about it.
Yeah, she does complain about it when if I type after she's gone to bed.
Yeah, upstairs.
Just so y'all can see it, there's my keyboard. There's my gaming pad. There's my mouse. There you go. Mouse with all the extra buttons. I don't take gaming seriously at all. No.
Actually, he wants to change the buttons or get a different of the side pad because the buttons aren't loud enough.
Yeah, Mixed Trixie, it's a Razer. It's actually an entirely Razer setup, including the mouse pad. Yeah, it's very, very clicky. Very, very clicky.
I don't know, Joanne. When you find that, let me know. To bring
I
me.
wouldn't mind the bring me monster button.
Yeah.
Having this microphone right next to my face is kind of aggravating. You guys can hear every frickin' breath I take.
Yeah, I'm only
Unless I'm
mildly
muted.
serious about gaming. I use a regular trackball and $11 Logitech keyboard. But my computer's just about as good as Watch's. Dolores says she can see every move you take. And yeah, YouTube froze. I don't think the stream dropped though. Fantastic.
Oh, it's working on my end.
Me. Where's Sadie girl? I think so. You muted. I guess he was calling Sadie.
Jail going 100 miles an hour.
This is my baby girl. I love you. I love you very much.
And Peanut's jealous.
She doesn't like to be picked up.
She's like, this is not normal.
Yes, she's my baby girl.
I'm only supposed to be in this position when you're laying down.
Yep. I love this dog. There you go. Peanut, come here. No, no, and close that mouth. You're not allowed to have your mouth open. Come here. Okay, he's going to run off and play with Sadie. Man, you guys can hear me breathing. No, the other puppy is really a puppy. He's not even a year old.
Yeah,
He's 11 months old, entirely puppy. Way too big to be playing the way he does with Sadie. She actually has a little area under the coffee table that she retreats to when she wants some quiet time, and Peanut doesn't really fit very well under there, so...
Yeah, he thinks he's little.
Yeah, he does think he's little. He's an entire, completely lapdog.
Like a teacup chihuahua. I missed my cue. What cue? Giveaway? I was looking at Sadie. Another $10 code.
Told you guys, my keyboard's very clicky. I know you guys can hear every click I make.
Yeah, well, the keyboard's very clicky, and you're on that mic.
Yeah, this mic is a bit aggravating. This mic is entirely for gaming. It's definitely not made for being online. You can hear me breathing. That's bothering me. I sound like
I don't even see
the aggravating mouth breather.
primitive. I'll roll it again. I hadn't seen where it popped up.
What are we rolling for?
$10 code.
A $10 code. Okay.
Yeah. $10 off a $12 order. If I spelled it right, it'd probably hurt. It'd probably work. Yeah, Pammy, that won't work.
What ain't gonna work?
When we. Picking a when we.
Is there anybody available to mod my name?
You weren't. I think they modded the one. You're logged in on the other one.
Yeah. This is my personal account, and if I'm ever at home, this is what I'll sign in on, because I don't want to sign in on my business one at home, because I end up posting to other people's like Facebooks and YouTube messages as the business, and I've been yelled at a couple of times by Pammy for doing that, so I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
Congrats, Joanne. Pammy, LOL. Yeah, it's funny how many people you have work for you that yell at you.
This is very true.
Everybody but Lucian and Dalt.
Yeah. And they're just afraid to yell at me.
He likes it.
No, it's whips and chains that I like.
Uh-oh. Who's sad?
I also only have one screen on this computer, so bouncing around is a pain in the ass.
Wow. I didn't even think of that. You can hook up the other one. Isn't there one that's above it? Or at least you could put to the side? It'd be like far to the side, but...
I could probably put one above. Putting one to the side would just not work. I mean, my neck would get crinked. But, I mean, on top of that, because I use this rig for 99% gaming, it's just not necessary.
Yeah.
You try to go to another screen during a game, and
nothing happens.
You end up losing the game on the other screen.
Yeah, I was doing something one day and I was actually running windowed, which is just annoying in itself.
Yeah, I do want to say, as far as my employees yelling at me, I hire these people to do things I'm either unable or unwilling to do. So I give them all leeway to tell me what they need in order to accomplish what I've hired them to do. And if they need to yell at me to get me to stop doing something or to do something, perfectly willing. Mainly because I don't want to fucking do it myself. Or I'm unable. Well, I don't, let me rephrase that. I don't think I'm unable to do anything else. To learn what Pammy does,
oh
my Lord, I do not have the patience for that.
Neither do I.
To learn everything that Wrecker does, and everything Wrecker has learned since he started here. Well,
all the crap on Facebook, I want to delete my account, but it's connected to Vaping Watch, so I can't.
The only thing that I physically am unable to do is T-Max's job. I cannot do his job because it requires too much standing, and I'm unable to do that. But everything else, I could do it, but I'm daunted by the idea of learning all the shit that I would need to learn in order to do it. And yeah, Pammy runs it all. I got to remember to turn off my mic every time I take a vape, otherwise I can't imagine how disturbing it would be to hear that.
Yeah, you did it. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't super loud, but
Shadow, all you have to do is have employers that understand they are fallible and not infallible. Have you guys frozen or have I frozen?
You're moving to me.
Working on my end.
Yeah. Stream's fine.
I had to refresh the stream. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about a lot of employers, especially when they get to a certain point. They start thinking that they know everything there is to know. And everybody here can attest to the fact that I very, very rarely pull the I'm the boss and I'm the owner and this is the way it's going to happen card. Very rarely, if ever. I've done it a couple of times, but not often. Mainly because I know that some of my ideas are not so good.
Yeah, and plus if you just didn't listen to T-Max, some of the shit that he's come up with for solving...
Yeah, then we wouldn't be here anymore.
for solving issues, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh, wait, you just do that and then that? Why didn't I think of that 3 years ago?
Pammy, you will probably never hear from me because I know so little about what you do. All I see are the results. Come here, baby girl. That's the opposite of here. Come here.
As she walked away.
Sadie. The wife has put a barrier between the kitchen and the living room to keep Peanut and Sadie apart because Peanut was being very rambunctious with her, and we're afraid that he's going to hurt her. But now Sadie wants to go back in there and play, so she's whining.
You don't have a handful of dog bones by the computer somewhere?
What was that, T-Max?
I said you don't have a handful of dog bones by the computer somewhere for her?
No, I don't.
Slacker.
She can't have dog bones right now because we just removed a growth from her mouth. Shadow Diamond, I've told all of my employees that if they ever start to feel like I look at them as numbers, then they need to set me down. And that's the one thing I do not want to ever do is start thinking of the people that make my salary happen. Start thinking of them as less than me. That's just I've worked for people like that, and that
I walked out on one job that had over 125 people standing in line for cold cuts. I handed her the apron and said, "Good luck."
Disturbed. Sadie, my baby girl, she is a Dachshund Beagle, a Dachshund, and Peanut is a Pit Bull. And let me get up on my
She's a mix,
soapbox.
though. Or he is.
No, he's pure.
There's something else in him.
Staffordshire Terrier is the exact breed, but that is a type of pit bull. But let me just jump on my soapbox for a second. Both my dogs, all of my dogs for many, many years have all been rescues. And let me just make a plea for everybody. If you need a dog, please do not buy from a breeder. Go to the shelter. Go to your local rescue center. Go anywhere to rescue a dog that would otherwise be put to sleep. We've got entirely too many dogs on our planet that are dying on a daily basis, and we've still got fucking breeders churning out new dogs, and people jump for that because they have the perfect hips or they have the perfect tail. My former dog Nike, he was a purebred beagle. He was completely papered beagle, but he was abandoned because his tail curved the wrong way. His tail didn't curve up; it curved down naturally.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was abandoned because of that.
I'm not into purebred dogs. They're usually snooty. If you want a snooty pet, you want a snooty pet, get a cat.
Rainbow sherbet. I wouldn't even know how to begin to go about that. Any ideas, T-Max?
I don't know, TFA rainbow sherbet flavor.
You know we have a thing against one-shots.
And we'll see what it needs from there.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta adapt.
And yes, Dolores said it, Staffordshire Bull Terrier. And he is a purebred. He's got papers and everything. He was just abandoned because he's a pit bull. It was ridiculous. When I went to the shelter, I was absolutely just disturbed at how many pit bulls there are. People don't get them because of their quote poor demeanor. And let me tell you, I've never seen a dog that's more friendly and more loving than Peanut. You know, Wrecker came over to work on my computer, and 2 seconds is what it took. Wrecker?
Yeah, he was just like, who are you?
Yeah.
And he saw you not responding with any concern. He's like, all right, I guess he's cool. How you doing? Hi, pet me.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, pit bulls are not bad dogs. People that raise pit bulls to be bad dogs are bad.
They're the ones that should be put down.
But because he is a pit bull, we're having to be incredibly careful about the way we train him. Which, I don't know if you heard me when he was over here. I told him, close your mouth. You're not allowed to have your mouth open. He tends to try to play with his mouth, and we can't let him do that. Because, you know, the first person he scratched with a tooth, they could complain, and he'd be taken from us. All because he's a pit bull. You know, Sadie scratched somebody with her tooth, and it'd be all she's just playing. Another thing that just burns me up.
RS, you could train a friggin' Shih Tzu to think it's going to tear your throat out.
Yeah.
Exactly, MJ.
Primitive Farm, that is not a case of the pit bull. Well, that's a case of the pit bull doing what it's made to do. But the thing is that dog should have been trained not to do that. I mean, pit bulls actually make good shepherd dogs if they're trained well. They can be trained to have a much softer mouth. They can be trained to not go for a kill. I mean, they can be trained to do this. Unfortunately, pit bulls were bred to be guard dogs and be vicious.
My next door neighbor, when I was growing up, a friend of hers had a wolf. She was a licensed, whatever. Everything was legitimate. She walked the wolf. She brought it over to my neighbor's house. And it was...
A wolf?
A wolf.
Wow.
A wolf, yeah.
Now that's something I mean, a wolf you can raise from a baby, and you can train a wolf just like any other animal, but at the heart, it's still a wild animal. Its instincts are too close to the surface.
Yeah, she carried a 12-inch knife with her.
I don't blame her. Hunter, yeah, pit bulls' bite strength are incredible. They have incredibly strong jaws, and you can feel his jaws in his jaws. They're just like spring coils. But again, we're training him to have a soft mouth. It's taking some time. But right now he's over there sitting on my wife's lap, chewing on a rope. So, just a vicious, vicious dog. Primitive Farm, it's sad that you had to do that, but I understand why you had to do that. I just wish the owners of the pit bull had been held more accountable for their inaction.
Yeah, one of the neighbor's dogs got bit, and that dog was growling at my dog in the yard the one day, and I went right to his house and I told him, I'm not going to shoot the dog, I'm going to shoot you.
I like that. Any dog is a dog before anything else. This is true. But you can train a dog to... I'm not going to say ignore their better instincts, but you can train a dog to override their better instincts or their other instincts.
Shit, my dog, my parents ended up with her. She has panic attacks when they walk out of the house.
Yeah.
Nike, I think, had that too, because we would come home to find shit all over the place. And I do mean shit, not like stuff scattered. No, shit.
I forget who did the video. The guy was a dog trainer. And he had pit bulls trained for defense. But unless they had a reason to be like in defense mode, they were like playful little puppies.
Yeah.
Like it was like flipping a switch at his command.
Yeah.
To the point where they would walk backwards watching the guy that was walking up behind him. You know, heeling sideways, walking backwards.
MJ, no, a wolf is an animal that has been allowed to grow in its own environment, mating with other wolves, and carrying on their own genetics. A dog is something that has been selectively bred through the centuries with, this wolf that has this characteristic and this wolf that has the same characteristic to create another wolf. Two of those wolves get married together and they create something a little bit different and a little bit different and a little... So down the line, it goes from down the line, down the line, down the line. To get what we have today, there are hundreds to thousands of generations in between that have all been trained a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more to reduce those instincts, to reduce those cravings. Yes, dogs still love raw meat, but they'll eat kibble just as well and they'll be just as happy. You put kibble in front of a wolf will be more likely to take your hand off while you're trying to hand it the kibble.
Hey, I typed it right this time. It doesn't look like it's working. See what happens.
This is very true. Twins, Seal Mom, yes. You do have to train yourself to know when a dog is getting agitated. And at all times, respect dogs, especially dogs that do have that, I'm going to say, a killer instinct, like a pit bull.
My dog didn't have a killer instinct, but she didn't like little kids when I was growing up. Mostly because of the way that they pet her. Like, the first touch was like getting smacked on the top of the head. And then they'd rub down her back. And she didn't like that very much. She never bit a kid, but... There's plenty of dogs that have hip issues. The Akitas are one of the most common because of their size.
German Shepherds at first.
Coy dogs. What is a coy dog? I don't think I've ever heard of a coy dog.
Let's try it again. Pammy may have to go kick Nightbot in the balls again.
And lead pipe, hip issues, sinus issues, eye issues. You know, the dogs we have today are a result of very selective breeding over thousands of years, and it's created specific traits in dogs. So we have many, many breeds, but it's also created huge numbers of genetic defects. I can't think of a single breed that does not that is not prone to typical generic defects. You know, every dog that I have ever learned anything about is susceptible to typical genetic
Yeah, they all have
defects.
their different defects, basically, each breed.
Yeah, as good as labs are some of the best dogs out there, but they're very, very prone to hip dysplasia. I believe that's exactly what it is. Hip dysplasia and something else doing with their snouts. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, Pammy's going to kick Nightbot. It's one of the reasons why I like mutts. They seem to have, like, the least issues. That's another thing. The purebreds. I don't know why. The mutts seem to just carry the stronger traits of everything.
Well, the thing is that all of the typical defective genetics are all recessive genes. So when you have a mutt, you have an animal that has much higher odds of avoiding these recessive genes.
Yeah, she was mixed with a few things, and she was a smaller dog, so they normally live older. But she was 16 years old when we ended up having to put her down.
Yeah, she was a cockapoo Shih Tzu poodle.
In Shadow Diamond, the parents should be held responsible because the parents should be training their children not to do that kind of thing. But yes, the animal needs to be put down. Once an animal has harmed a human viciously, it needs to be put down because you don't want it getting a taste for that.
Well, also
and it can happen.
Also depends on the level of abuse.
I mean, if the dog has been just like ridiculously abused all of its life and then it lashes out, unfortunately it still needs to be put down. It's never going to be a well-adjusted dog. It's actually kinder to put it down.
No, they should put down the person that abused it.
That too. I don't.
That's the way I look at it.
I don't believe that. I do not believe that the laws that we have in our country regarding animal abuse are anywhere remotely close to strong enough. You know, a person can. I heard about a case in New York where a guy, just because he was bored, lit his dog on fire, and then doused it in lighter fluid, lit him on fire, and then threw him out of the third-story window. I mean, that person should be in jail
that sounds
for
like
a very long time.
No, that sounds like a fitting, to do to him to make up for it.
Well, unfortunately, I don't believe in the death penalty. So, well, I'm not going to say unfortunately, but I just don't believe in the death penalty, and that would cause the death of the person. But
I'd be willing to shoot him.
He should not be allowed to function in society. He should be put away and just stayed away. Canadian wants to redraw.
Redraw? Is it ready? didn't even see it pop up.
Well, Hunter, that's where we get into a very touchy subject, because dogs' pets should be considered as property, because if not, then they could be allowed to go wherever they want, or anybody could come and get your dog. But they should also be given rights. A right to a clean bowl to drink out of, food to eat, and a roof over its head. I don't think is asking too much.
A little bit of love would be nice.
MJ, I totally agree. Yeah, my dog Sadie, she goes nuts for the laser pointer, like nutso. She'll look. I will. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to get her riled up. I'll do it for like 2 seconds, and then she'll spend the next 2 hours looking for it. Is MJ in jail? MJ's in jail. So let's drog in.
Primitive's in jail. Here we go.
Primitive, I'll pick one. Wait, we just said Primitive's in jail, so
yeah.
Let me do it. In the room, who has not tried T-Max's No Frills Mills? If you haven't tried T-Max's No Frills Mills, say something in the room. Say me. And keep in mind, when we go to ship your win, we're going to check. So Big Dripper and Miss Troxy haven't tried it.
Miss Trixie, I think she got a code though. Did Trixie get a code before? Or was she gonna get a code?
Ordering. She said ordering now. So it looks like Big Dripper is the only one in the room who has not had T-Max's No Frills Mills. Looks like we just got our winner.
There
Congratulations, Big Dripper.
Yeah, Miss Trixie, I send the codes out on Monday or Tuesday.
We do ship to the UK. The only thing is you got to pay the difference between what it would normally cost us to ship here in the US and what it would cost to ship to the UK. And since you are in the UK, I'll go ahead and give you the $20 coupon code, which is $20 off of $24. And I saw a record just kind of, he just cringed.
No, I think that's what we had left anyway. So you're almost getting free shipping.
So congratulations! Yay!
Because of the shipping costs to the UK. And
absolutely, Big Dripper. Spread the word around the UK. Even with our T-Max's No Frills Mills line, even considering, there he is carrying around his little torn up rope. Even considering the fact that we have shipping to the UK is starting at what, $20? Is that right?
A single 30 ml bottle would cost you $13.
Okay,
it's
so anything
$22.
over 30 ml.
Yeah, it's $22 up to 830 mils.
Okay, so roughly starting at $22. Even considering that, the $6 bottle of juice still works out to well below what you would pay for a bottle of juice in the UK. If you look at our 120s shipping to the UK, it gets even better. So you end up spending pennies on the dollar, or excuse me, pence on the pound, compared to what you would spend buying directly in the UK. So it's still well worth it to ship there. So spread the word around your UK buddies that vapingwatch.com is the best place to buy juice. T-Max's No Frills Mills is by far the best juice you can get for $6.
And the shipping times, knock on wood, haven't been horrible. We've been averaging like 6 to 8 days.
Yeah, I've been really surprised that we haven't seen many of the let's get stopped at customs and sit on it for a month.
Yeah, there's only been, I don't think anything's got stopped in customs, knock on wood again. There's only been a couple that took like 2 weeks.
Disturbed, the UK does have very good juices. They've got many brands, just like here in the US. They've got many brands that are very very good flavors, but they don't have a lot of really good quality budget juices. That's why I'm anxious to kind of get out there in the UK. Even considering shipping, it still comes down way far in price, but you're not sacrificing on flavor or quality. And Dolores, thank you very much. I'm glad you got your Super Myth. Rekka let me know earlier this week that you got it, and I'm glad you like it. It is some strong stuff, is it not? And MJ, you just nailed it on the head. That is exactly what we designed the entire line to be, is an all-day juice. That's why they're all... You won't find incredibly strong flavors in the No Frills line because you can't vape an incredibly strong flavor all day long. It just gets too much. You know, I'll give an example. This right here is Pop D's. Is that right?
Yeah.
Steep Pop D's.
Steep Pop D's, right? And it is very, very good juice. But it's too strong. And the reason I say that is I can vape it 5, 6, 7 vapes, and it starts getting just overwhelming. You know, your senses are just overwhelmed with it, and it doesn't taste good anymore. If I could make this as an all-day vape, I'd be all over it. We've tried. We've actually tried to replicate this, but we could not get something that tasted good after the first 4 or 5 vapes.
Yeah, that's the popcorn one, Joanne.
And Hunter, they're not coil gunkers because we don't add a lot of sweetener, if any, to most of our reps. We don't add a lot to any of them, but most of them don't have any sweeteners in them.
Miss Trixie, it's a peppermint-based menthol. You're not going to get the Hall's Mentholyptus Vicks Vapo Rub out of it.
And CO Moms, I'm a big fan of Carolina Panthers. Thank you. Yeah, Joanne, I love Pop D's, but it's just, you can take a few hits and that's it.
Yeah, Legend's all over No Frills now since he got his win.
Miss Trixie, Super Mint is a peppermint-based menthol, so it's not eucalyptus.
That's what I
So
said.
it doesn't fill your nose like a eucalyptus menthol does. But it is very strong. It's very, very minty.
I forget what Arbans was mixing at. I think she said she was at like 1.5 or 2% or something like that. Yeah, it seems like it disturbed. He went a little further with it though.
It's like chewing on a peppermint leaf. It's pretty close.
Yeah, I mean that would work.
Why did Disturb say watch listens well? What did you say that I missed?
I said that it was a peppermint menthol, not a Vicks Vapo Rub.
Sorry,
Mentholyptus.
I'm trying to
5 to 8%.
catch through chat.
Yeah. 5 to 8% with our menthol.
She likes it strong.
Yeah, that'd take my breath away.
I can't imagine 5 to 8%.
Maybe 5 because we were at 3 and we said it was a good lighter, straight menthol vape. But I mean, 8. Wow.
You just got to be careful if you're going out in the cold because it might just solidify on you.
Yeah. 5 to 8% disturbed. As
the lady in the
menthol
background tending the lady in the background tending the doggies is Mrs. Watch.
Who probably doesn't realize she's live on the YouTubes.
She knows.
All right.
She probably doesn't know that this video is being recorded and will go on YouTube for all time. Her eyes just got big.
What?
It is, honey. All of our videos are recorded and they stay online all the time.
She can watch the replay next week.
Yeah, when I did 1 drop per mil of juice, that solidified.
Yeah, because it's right now the menthol is in PG the way we send it out. When you start adding VG to it, the
ratios.
The saturation point.
Effectively in PG only, we are at super saturation. In other words, 1 piece more of menthol will cause the entire batch to solidify at the temperature we keep our lab at. When you add VG, the super saturation point goes down. So it takes much less menthol to super saturate a PG-VG combination. Hang on a second.
We could have made it stronger, but we weren't prepared to use alcohol.
All right. So when you go heavy VG, it takes much less menthol to make it solidify. So if you are going high VG and you start putting a lot of menthol into your juice, I do recommend keeping it in your pocket to keep it nice and warm.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't be able to drip it. You might be able to like pick it out and drop it on.
Could you imagine 8%, 8% using 100 milligram Nick and max VG?
I'm sorry, I missed that. What'd you say?
Let's say, could you imagine 8%, 100 milligram Nick and max VG? That wouldn't work.
It would just be a brick. I mean, just a block of menthol.
You'd be able to chew it. Which Watch has done.
Yeah, I have. It's not good. It was on video. Hopefully, it was not recorded.
I think it was on video.
Yeah, I was on air. All right, so it's 8 o'clock right now. That means it is the end unless these guys are going to continue.
No, we're going to go home.
I'm sure they wouldn't.
We like you peoples, but we got an hour, at least an hour and 15 to drive.
Yeah.
So Watch is going to have to manually fade and control the camera on his end.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
You can slide down the volume in VC. Just open
That's not going to happen.
Open the audio settings. Ah, come on.
All right.
Well, I'm not doing it. We'll see you next week. Everybody have a good weekend.
Y'all have a good night, good weekend. We'll see you next week. Hope your next week is lovely. Say goodbye, Rick.
Have a great week. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Until next week. Watch out.